Mal gets called out by Royce the 5'9" for writing for Drake.
That's what kind of like put the battery in his fans back to start kind of acting like how they was acting, especially like Maul and all of them type. Some of Drake fans are like a certain demographic of Drake fans. I can't. They make it hard for me to support the guy.
Wow.
Like I know Maul. I know Maul personally. I've been knowing him for a minute. It's the homie. And
Of course.
I ain't never seen him act like that.
That's right, on a recent episode of PSA Reloaded, Royce the 5'9", former member of Slaughterhouse, decided to call out Mal for how he was covering the Drake vs. Kendrick beef. For those of you that don't remember, Mal was a pretty avid supporter of Drake as he would battle Kendrick Lamar. And even as the court of public opinion decided that Kendrick Lamar soundly defeated Drake, Mal rolled for Team OVO. Well, Royce the 5'9" would address that whole situation and said that Mal kind of acted out of character and he had never seen Mal act that way. And if you remember, Royce the 5'9" and Mal had an interesting interaction prior during the whole Joe Budden vs. Slaughterhouse saga with Joel Ortiz and Crooked Eye, where Royce the 5'9" accused Mal of having negative energy, especially, when he did that episode of the Rory Mal podcast where, he didn't really seem to understand where Joe was coming from. And Royce, I guess peeped that or heard what Mal may be saying and said that it was just dark negative energy. Well, now Royce the 5'9" finds himself at odds with how Drake has been covered by Mal. Mal was just like, Drake is bodying all these dudes. He's killing them. And I guess Royce didn't feel like that was properly what happened. And, a lot of people are pushing back at Mal's coverage. I think Charlemagne's recent comments might have been a rebuke of the way Mal was going so hard for Drake. Everybody who's a fan of the Rory Mal podcast feel like, Mal's been a big OVO writer. They use more colorful terms than that. I think they've been saying other things that are very insulting. But let me know what you think in the comments. Was Royce bugging out? Do you feel like Royce just didn't like how people were talking about Drake, especially his fans? That's what he says in this interview with PSA Reloaded. Go check out the whole thing. It's a really good interview. And Royce gives keen insights into how Kendrick Lamar won. One thing I would say, though, is, oh, man, I remember when Royce kind of folded against Lupe. So it's kind of just interesting to hear someone who we know lost to Lupe comment on Drake, considering Drake actually fired back at Kendrick Lamar, even if most people feel like he lost. Like, I think Family Matters was better than anything Royce did against Lupe. So it's just interesting to hear what people's thoughts are. Like, I think Family Matters was a classic, and most rappers will not survive a diss record like that. Nonetheless, that's my video for today. Follow me on Instagram to Stop TV. Let me know what you think about Royce versus Mal. I think it's lighthearted, but the language Royce used was a little bit like a little bro. Like Mal's the little bro who's wilding out. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. This is Danny from the Stop. Peace.